Hey everyone, today we're going to be taking a look at the Charlie 25 pack from Remote Equipment, which is a really rugged, versatile, kind of all-purpose EDC bag. I've heard a lot of great things about this one. I've been curious to check it out for a while, and in this video I'm going to be talking about what it's been like to use this over the past couple of weeks. I'll show you how I've loaded it out, walk through all the features, and I'll also talk about how it compares to some of the other similar bags that are currently on the market. Before jumping into the video, if you're new here, welcome. My name is Danny, and on this channel we love reviewing popular travel and everyday carry gear. If you like these types of videos and you'd be interested in seeing more, please consider subscribing as it helps the channel out a lot. So with all that being said, let's go ahead and jump in. Starting off with the overall aesthetic, to me the bag is a pretty technical and outdoorsy appearance. There's a lot going on with the exterior, so it's not super minimal or modern per se. You have compression straps, webbing, a lot of attachment points. And so it definitely feels like a bag that's ready for adventure, super rugged, a lot of functionality. I could see how this might also work well for traveling. And then due to the kind of modernized materials, it does give it a little bit more of a sleeker appearance for urban use. It's not something I would maybe take into an office, but still a versatile appearance. As far as the materials, the bag feels very solidly built. This exterior fabric is eco-pack, so it's a recycled polyester that's gonna offer plenty of durability and a lot of weather resistance. This has felt great so far. Beyond that, you also have some really nice aqua-guarded YKK zippers all throughout. And then continuing along the outside of the bag, I was happy to see that you do have two external water bottle pockets. These offer a good amount of space. I was able to fit my 26-ounce Yeti Rambler into this compartment pretty comfortably. You do have to navigate all the straps that are present with the bag to make sure that you don't get it caught on anything. But once you get it in there, plenty of space. And then you can use these both water bottles if you're holding a tripod. So I'm always a fan of having one of these on each side. The material that's used here feels durable, stretchy. So when it's not in use, the water bottle pockets will hug the bag pretty nicely to prevent them from just sticking out and ruining the appearance of the bag. Then on each side you have the compression straps with the really nice buckles. So you can use these to pair with a taller item in the water bottle pocket if you want to secure it. You can use this to secure a jacket, secure a tripod. Always a fan of having these compression straps. Also, if you don't have the bag quite as full, this is going to help you just tighten everything down. And these do come with a little bit of strap management, which is also nice. And then along the front you have rows of webbing along each side. So always great for clipping on additional accessories that don't fit on the inside. If you have a hero clip, anything with a carabiner, I'll typically use this for hand sanitizer. Sometimes I'll clip my shoes on the exterior if they don't fit on the inside. Down near the bottom, you have kind of like these hiking pole areas here, which I don't tend to use very much. Then you have some additional webbing here that is also just a good spot to maybe clip a bike light. And then you also have some added visibility with the reflective accents on these little adjustable straps here that can also be used to secure your hiking poles. These are removable, so really like the flexibility that's provided throughout the front of the bag. And then at the top, you do have a handle that's going to allow you to just pick the bag up, maybe hang it when it's not in use. It's not, super padded or anything like that, but it does offer a nice amount of space. And then taking a look at the capacity, the bag comes in at around 25 liters, which is a really versatile size in my opinion. I was able to hold all the items that I normally like to carry with me, and I still had some leftover space. And then because of the rucksack style layout of the bag, the volume does expand and compress depending on what you're carrying, but at the 25 liter size, even when it was full, it never felt overwhelmingly big. And I like that even when it was packed out, it still maintained a pretty slim profile, making it great for navigating crowded areas, jumping onto public transit, and carrying on to pretty much any domestic or international airline. Taking a look at the harness system, so far the bag has been really comfortable to wear. I like how the straps have been implemented here. They have a nice amount of padding. It's really robust and comfortable. On the inside, they have this soft material that has felt great. It's maybe not quite as breathable as like an air mesh, but haven't noticed any issues so far. And then I like that the straps have a nice width to help prevent the bag from digging into your shoulders when it's a little bit more packed out. You have some load lifters near the top to allow you to pull the weight closer to your back and adjust how the bag sits on your shoulders. And then you have a couple of attachment points that might be a good spot to hang sunglasses or clip on some additional accessories, a light. Then you have an adjustable and removable sternum strap to help distribute the weight. The sternum strap does have a safety whistle. It has this type of system here that's pretty easy to adjust, but you do want to be careful not to accidentally lose one end of these when they're not in use. And then the bag also includes a removable waist strap. So this is going to be great for stabilizing the pack if you're hiking or maybe riding on a bike or motorcycle. I don't really tend to use these too much as they just kind of get in the way. I don't feel like they add that much support, so very happy that you can actually fully remove that. As far as the back paneling, this has also felt really comfortable. The padding here is even a little bit more robust than the one that we saw on the straps, which has felt great. It's well distributed all throughout. It has the same soft kind of material that we saw on the straps. Not quite as breathable as an air mesh, what I would typically like to see on the back here, but so far it's felt great. Then you also have a little bit of elevation here and some slight air channels to provide you with some airflow. Jumping into the organizational options, as technical as the bag feels, there's actually not a ton of pockets on the exterior. You have a quick access pocket at the top on the lid of the bag, and this has a well-protected zipper here. I'm always a fan of these quick access pockets on the top, so when I place the bag down next to me, I can reach down and grab the items that I'm using most regularly. You do have a really good amount of space up here in this area. Even with the items that I have in here, there's still some leftover capacity. At the moment, I have my sunglasses with their case. I have a cable with the wall adapter to charge my phone and my tablet. I have a couple of things getting tangled in here, so I'll pull that out. And then I have my GoPro. I have a portable battery. And then on the inside here, you also have a little lanyard with a carabiner that's going to be a good spot to attach your keys or a multi-tool. And then opening up this top lid, you have the two buckles here with adjustable straps. This is what allows you to adjust the volume if you are holding a little bit more in the main area, or if you actually want to store something here on the top. Sometimes I'll place my jacket on top here and lash it down. And so I always like the flexibility that this system of bag provides. And this one is particularly interesting because you actually have the ability to fully remove this top section if you prefer not to use it and you just want to rely on the drawstring. I'm not entirely sure what the benefit of that is, if it's just quick access. So if you've used bags like this in the past and there's particular use cases where you found that helpful, definitely let me know in the comments below. I don't think that I would ever really remove this or use the bag without it, as I like having the top quick access area. You also have a zippered compartment on the inside of the lid. I didn't really use this for anything as it's not as easy to get to. Probably a good spot to place maybe some extra cash or something a little bit more sensitive that I'm not accessing as regularly. And so really interesting system there. And then this is an interesting bag because it's not only a top loader, but it also has the zipper that goes straight down the middle, kind of like a Mystery Ranch bag or an Air Duffel Pack 3. So you can use this as a top loader or open it all the way if you want to have more access to the full volume of the bag. So before doing that, just wanted to call out that you do have a lot going on in this top area. You have this strap with a little clip, which I've seen other comments kind of wondering what this is actually for. I don't remember what the answer was. I actually ended up using this to pair with this loop at the bottom to kind of secure this area a little bit more and cover up the zipper. I don't know if that's actually what it was meant to be for, so I may have to research that a little bit. I'll add a note in the description if I find any additional info. And then you have the drawstring at the top. I really like these systems on the modern drawstring bags, so it's very quick release. You can tighten it quickly, then you pull on it, you open it up, and then here at the top you have extra space. I believe this can go up to about 30 liters if you're extending it all the way. If you're using this for travel or a longer day, that's always nice to have if you want to use it as a top loader. But just to get visibility to the inside, let's open this all the way up. And so the way that this bag seems to be designed is to have sort of the two areas on the side and then this main area in the middle. And so with the items that I have in here, you can see that there's still some leftover capacity. Again, 25 liters of space, that's a lot. And I have my normal loadout here, so I'll dive in. First up, I have my Beats Studio wireless headphones. I have my DJI Mavic Mini with its case. I have my alpaca admin pouch down here at the bottom. Then I also have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, 2 liters. And then I have my Levitate portable standing desk. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. I like that it has the white lining here to provide a little bit of contrast to make it easier to see into this area. And with the amount of space that's offered here, I could definitely use this as a minimal travel bag and easily toss in a packing cube, my dock kit, an extra pair of shoes, and use this for a longer weekend trip. Taking a look at the organizational options that are provided in this area, on each side of the bag you have some zippered mesh compartments that have a good amount of space for any accessories that you don't want floating down to the bottom of the bag. So tech items, adapters would be a good spot here. In one of these, I currently have a nail clipper set and a deck of playing cards just to kind of showcase the capacity, but these come up a decent amount. And then behind these, you have this Velcro that opens up the compartment and allows you to use the full length of each section. So you can kind of divide this by activity that you're doing. And so you can have a work section, you can have an outdoor section, and Remote Equipment sells these organizational pouches that I believe are meant to pair in these areas here. So you can see that this actually fits down the length here. It's kind of a perfect fit. So you can store it here if you're organizing using these pouches. You can also secure these to the outside of the bag with the compression straps. I'll do a closer look at this pouch in a second, as it's a really interesting one, but just wanted to call out that I believe that that's kind of how the company envisioned the ecosystem to work. You can separate everything out, easily reach what you need. So it's a pretty interesting idea. I didn't end up using this too much because I have my pouch layout that I tend to use, and I also noticed that when you have this big pouch in that area, it can just start to press up against everything that you have here. So it can work. It all just depends on how you prefer to load out your bag. And so on the back of the compartment, you have a couple of sleeves that are going to work well for securing your devices. These aren't the most rigid or padded sleeves per se, but they do have a nice soft elastic material, so it does feel like they're going to provide a little bit of protection from scratches. They're also pulled up off the bottom of the ground, so if you happen to drop them in or place your bag down a little bit harder, you will have some protection there. And so on the front you have a tablet sleeve, or at least I'm using it for my tablet. My iPad mini fits in there comfortably. And then on the back you have a larger one that's going to be a good spot for probably a 15 or 16 inch MacBook Pro. Should be able to fit in here. This comes up a decent amount, so you should be able to place something larger. I currently have a 13 inch MacBook Air, and that fits in there very easily, so I'll go ahead and pull that out. Now with the compartment empty, you can get a better look at the inside. And so again, not super padded here. You might want to use a case with your laptop to have some additional peace of mind, but with the fact that it's suspended, it does feel like you have some protection. And then you have the rigid frame sheet on the back, also helps keep that suspended and helps distribute the weight of everything that you're carrying. And this compartment, I believe, is also hydration bladder compatible. So you have this loop at the top that will allow you to control the nozzle, and then you have the sleeve here where you can place your hydration bladder. There's a pass through here along the side that comes up near the top. So if you're using this for hydration, for hiking, it's going to work well in that regard as well. And that's about it for this main area. So, pretty simple but useful layout. I really like the amount of space that's offered here, the flexibility. And so if you are interested in a rugged, outdoorsy pack that's still going to work well in a variety of environments, that's going to offer plenty of comfort and a flexible volume, this is going to be a great option to take a look at. Coming back to the organizational pouch, this is a pretty interesting accessory that pairs nicely with the bag. I was actually surprised with how large this actually is once I started to test it out. I have a couple of other pouches here just for some comparisons. And so here I have the Evergood Civic Access pouch, 2 liters, which is one of the larger pouches that I tend to carry. And you can see that this is, a little bit bigger than that, which is surprising considering how much this can already hold. And then here I have the Power Packer from Side by Side. I've been using this for a number of years now. This one expands out like the Remote Equipment pouch, but you can see that there's, again, a little bit of a size difference there. And the last one that I have here is the Modern Dayfarer pouch in a similar bright orange colorway. So very easy to actually see this inside of your bag. I believe that the Org pouches come in black as well. And so again, more volume on this one, similar height. But yeah, so very spacious, flexible pouch. It is meant to pair with the bag. You have rows of webbing along the exterior, and actually both sides, on the front and the back, along with a couple of handles. And so you can attach these to the outside of the backpack using the compression straps, and then you can have one on each side to add quite a bit of volume to your bag. And then you can also place this on the inside of the main compartment in one of those Velcro sections, so it's nice to have the little handles here so you can pull it in and out easily. And then you have a handle on the top as well, so you can actually just carry this. And beyond that, this is a very solidly built pouch. You have, the well-protected aqua guarded zippers here. You have a quick access pocket on the front with a nice amount of space for something like a phone. The material here is fairly soft, which is going to be great for something a little bit more delicate. Currently what I have in here is my portable hard drive. And then I also have my Peak Design mobile tripod, and I tossed in an AirTag, but even with those items in there, still plenty of leftover space, probably a great spot for pretty much any size of phone. And then you can open this up. It opens fully clamshell, and then you have some organization on each side of the main compartment. So very cool how much these expand out. This allows it to handle some fairly bulky accessories. So again, I was just really surprised with the volume provided in this pouch. And so on one side you have a couple of elastic mesh slip pockets with a good amount of space. Here I have my laptop charger with its cable. In the one above that, I have a cable to charge my tablet and my phone. And so really like just the simple but effective layout here. In the middle, you have some elastic bands that are going to be a good spot for something like a stylus or a pen. I also have a multi-port cable here. If you have other EDC gear that you want to be able to keep organized, this would be a good spot for it. And then you have this really large mesh zippered pocket on the other side. I really like how much this comes out, so it'll be able to handle bulkier accessories. Like my GoPro, I was able to fit that in there very easily. I wouldn't necessarily carry my sunglasses in here, but I was just curious to see if it would fit, and it really does fit comfortably. There's even still a little bit of leftover space with the sunglasses in there and my drone remote. So if you have large accessories that you want to be able to carry in some type of a pouch, this volume is really going to provide you with a lot of flexibility. And then, you can add one to each side of the bag. You can combine it inside of the bag. I like that it's not a super rigid shape, so if you don't want to take full advantage of all that capacity and you actually want to use this as a slimmer pouch, you can do so as well. So whether you use the bag or not, if you're just looking for a really great, larger and flexible organizational option, this is going to be a really interesting option to take a look at. And so to wrap up, it's been a pretty good experience testing out the Charlie 25 pack over the past couple of weeks. You can currently purchase this on the company's site for around $270, so definitely premium pricing. It is a bit of an investment. You are getting a very well built bag with an interesting feature set. There are, however, going to be some other great bags in this price range that may be worth considering. And so as I was testing this out, the first bag this made me think of is the Mystery Ranch Catalyst 26 pack, which has been one of my favorite bags of the past year. It's just really solidly built. It's got Mystery Ranch's signature comfortable harness system and the tri-zip opening. So like this one, it provides a lot of different access points and flexibility. At 26 liters, it's pretty close in size to this. It doesn't have the adjustable volume, but it can hold a great amount of stuff. It is offered in a couple of different sizes as well, but to me the 26 liter size is really just an excellent all-purpose size. It's got the two external water bottle pockets. I really like that it has a dedicated laptop sleeve, so it's easier to get to your device throughout the day. So if you're looking for something kind of like this, that's just going to have that dedicated laptop area, and that's going to come in at a slightly lower price range, and that's going to be an excellent option to take a look at. Another bag this made me think of is the GoRuck M23, which I've talked about in a couple of different videos recently. I've featured the ripstop nylon and the heritage edition of that bag on the channel. It's got a very classic rucksack style layout, which I really like, kind of like this one. So the volume is a little bit more adjustable. It's offered in two different sizes. It's got a dedicated, well-padded suspended laptop sleeve, comfortable harness system. I really like the organizational layout on that one. It's just got some nice quick access pockets. You're able to access the main area pretty easily as well via a side zipper. So, it hits a lot of the same check boxes as this one here, but it's just got a slightly different aesthetic. And so if you're a fan of GoRuck's bags, you want something rugged and flexible with a classic look, then that's going to be an excellent option to take a look at. And then the last option that I'll mention here is the recently updated Evade 1.5 from Alpha One Niner. That's another really flexible bag. It comes in at around 25 liters, so it can hold an impressive amount of stuff. It's got a clamshell style opening, so it's a little bit of a different layout to this, but just lots of pockets so that you can organize all of your stuff. Compression straps, it's got a removable bungee cord on the front, so you can give it a little bit more of a technical vibe, or it can have a more streamlined look if that's what you prefer. Stands up well on its own. It's got 2 external water bottle pockets, good laptop protection, so just really checks off a lot of the boxes for what people are looking for out of their bags. Very comfortable harness system, and so if you're looking for a functional bag that can work well in any environment, that's going to offer a lot of durability, that's going to be an excellent option to keep in mind. With that being said, the Charlie 25 pack holds up pretty well against all those options, and if you're looking for a comfortable and durable bag that's going to offer a nice amount of flexibility and weather resistance, then this is going to be a really interesting option to take a look at. And I'm definitely curious to hear what you all think of the Charlie 25 pack and how it compares to some of the other popular everyday carry bags that are currently on the market. And if there's any similar options that you think that I should check out, as always, please let me know in the comments. And I want to thank the company for sending the bag for me to test out, and to you guys for watching and supporting the channel. If you enjoyed this video, please give us a like, and if you haven't already, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss any upcoming videos, and we'll see you in the next one.